So on signing day, I had 3 hats on the table. I was committed to University of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I had Miami or I had Clemson on there, and
Miami,
then I had North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I had North Carolina. I was gonna go to North Carolina. That's when they had Butch Davis there. Butch Davis was like big time coach. He coached Miami in the '80s and stuff.
Tap in, yeah, you gotta tap in, yeah, you gotta tap in, yeah. We win, yeah, we done did it again. We done did it again. We ain't need no friends. Nigga, this is within. Do it big team.
All right, man. Welcome everybody to the Next Level podcast. For your host would be me, Paul Harris. We got an amazing guest coming to the show, man. He played at the biggest stage in college, Florida State. Also played in the league with the Rams. Also in the CFL, USFL, AAF. Played in every league, man, and turned MMA fighter. Give it up for my man. Give it up for Reggie Northrup. Clap it up, man. Clap it up, man. Give me some claps.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming out to the show, man. Give out some game to the youth, man, because they want to definitely get in the position that you in right now. So I'll start off the podcast with like, man, when did you start playing sports, man? What made you get into sports?
Shoot, man, I started when I was like 6, playing Little League, and just typical growing up stuff. You know, your parents put you in a little sport, give you some structure and some discipline, and you just go with it. And it's just how it's been. And I started getting serious probably like my Pee-wee year, junior Pee-wee.
Okay,
but you started off at Mighty Might.
You was that
I used
guy.
to play offensive line.
You was that guy?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I didn't become that guy in football until I got to high school.
Okay.
And I was on the JV team. I was on the JV team, and I was like the best player on the defense. I would have like a bunch of sacks every game, bunch of tackles.
Yeah.
I blitzed every play. It was crazy, but they let me do whatever. But I played Little League. I didn't even play middle school ball. I played all the way up to midget. I started, like I said, junior Pee-wee up to midget. That's when I got real good.
Mm-hmm.
Pee-wee and all that. I started off playing defensive end, and then that's how that went. So,
hey, where are you from?
I got good at that.
For the viewers, man, where are you from, man?
Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County, man. Nothing like it.
You had to give them an insight on how, like, where you're from, kind of like tap into it a little bit.
Yeah, man. Jacksonville, Florida. It's a rough city.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people don't make it out of there. A lot of people don't make it past the age of 20. It's rough, but it's a nice city at the same time. Now it's improving as far as the infrastructure and stuff. It look real nice. Nice size of towns you could live at and stay. Where you ain't got to worry about too much craziness. But yeah, it's a crazy city. The Jaguar fans, they crazy. So it's rowdy, but it's cool though. It's a lot of culture there.
I wanted to let them know where you were from and how your environment was, because you definitely made it out. You made it at the top level that everybody want to, of course, meet and play in if they can. You feel me? So it's not about your surroundings, man. It's about how bad you want it and how much you want to grind for it. You feel me? Because he definitely made it attainable.
Sure.
You feel me? So
I'm from Pearl Street. That's in like northeast Jacksonville, Florida. Off of Main Street area near Jackson High School. That's where I'm from, 62nd Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a rough neighborhood growing up, but it was, it made me who I was. You know what I'm saying? And I had 2 good parents that was in my life, and it turned out pretty good.
Yeah. That's good, man. That's a blessing. I know they're proud of you, man. So I was gonna say,
appreciate that, brother.
I was gonna say, when you got to high school, how was your high school? Was it a good high school as far as sports wise?
Yeah, so my first high school, I went to Wilson High School, and I played DN. But my coach was like, I told him I played D in my freshman year, and he called me a lie. He said, "You a linebacker," and that's when I first started playing linebacker. And they called me lie my freshman year because my coach said I was a lie when I told him I played DN. Because he looked at me and he thought I was too small. You know, in high school I was like, my freshman year I was like 6 foot, like
Freshman
170. Yeah, I was like 6 foot 170.
year.
Yeah, I was one of the biggest. It was me and my homeboy Malachi. We was the biggest freshmen in the school, so we was kind of like we was like we was like we was bully watch too. Like we would look out for all the freshmen and stuff because all the upper class we had the upper class with the upperclassmen. We was like the only freshman upper class ain't try like that. You know what I'm saying? So it
You
was
been had
fun.
the
It was
hands.
crazy.
You had the hands before MMA.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I've taken my. I mean, I'm undefeated in fight in MMA, but I've taken my some losses in life in fights. You know, on the
Yeah.
1-on-1. You know, that's part of growing pains, part of growing up. Shoot, I remember when I got my ass kicked. You know, I remember when I got my ass kicked at Cougar Park at the park, man. And I'll never forget it. But you know, I wasn't messed up or nothing.
Yeah.
I wasn't injured. You know, I just got my ass whooped. You know,
What,
shake it off, keep it pushing.
what Craig's daddy say? You win some, you lose some, but you live.
Lose some.
You live to fight another day.
Fight another
That's a
day.
fact. No, that's a fact. That's a fact for sure that it is. For shit show. When you got to high school though, did you ever visit any like high school camps, college camps, anything like that? Or would you recommend that?
Um, in high school, yeah. So in high school, our coaches they kept us away from like those rival camps and stuff because he didn't really respect the recruitment eyes of like, you know, the guys that's running that thing. They're not real college coaches. Half
Yeah,
of them ain't never played football. A
yeah.
lot of them couch potato. You know, I
Yeah,
remember like it was yesterday. Shoot,
yeah.
we used to have some, you know, recruit me and other guys. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they be around. But you know, my coach didn't like, you know, he didn't like the idea of leaving that in their hands as far as our recruitment and stuff. So, you know, you don't want them giving bad grades on you and they don't really know much. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
And just like that, you know, a coach could look at that, scout could look at that, and then not even bother to look at that player. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or you know, coming out of college, Mel Kiper, you know them dudes, those type of guys.
Mm-hmm.
They say one thing funny about you, and then everybody start, all the other scouts and the team start believing it, and they start questioning. And then next thing you know, your scout, your draft stock go down.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah,
um, it's yeah, man.
yeah.
It's sick. It's a
Yeah.
sick game, man. It's a sick
So
game.
it's politics at
It's
every
not
level.
fair.
Man.
Oh yeah, every level, man. You just gotta be prepared for it. The best thing I could say for the youth is try to be the best you can be. Try to buy into whatever program these coaches trying to sell. Make sure you got a good relationship with them because they're gonna do more for you than your agent can, as far as getting to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's real, you know.
And
As
then
well
also
as I mean,
control what you can control. Don't try to
yeah,
do.
you control what you can control.
I do want to ask you, what was your grades like in college? I mean, in high school. I'm sorry, in high school.
Shoot, man, I had like a 2.8.
2.88.
I had 2.8. Shoot, I was eligible.
What's the minimum to go to D1?
Um,
Two
it
five,
start
right?
out. It's you gotta have a 2.0, but some schools you gotta have a 2.5.
Yeah, yeah,
You
2.5.
Some schools you gotta have a 2.5 just to be eligible to. I don't matter if you over a 2.0 and you eligible to play ball, you know, and you pass and they want you got at least have a 2.5.
Yeah.
Like getting a scholarship and stuff. So that's how it was with a few certain type of schools, especially some of the Power Five schools. Not all of them though, you know, it just depends. Like it could be a Power Five school, but their school is a very prestigious school academically, and they degree hold weight type of deal. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Those type of schools would be the ones that kind of more anal when it comes to the GPAs coming out.
Yeah.
You know, shoot, I've even heard some say 2.7. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. 2.7.
so
Then you gotta write a whole
it's just
letter.
it's not hard, man. You're a football player in your high school and you the man, man. When your teacher's over, don't be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? When your teacher's over, it's really easy. It's
Mm-hmm.
not hard. Just don't be an asshole and try to apply yourself in class. It's simple.
That's
You know what I'm
simple.
saying?
Simple
So you
math.
can play. So
He
you
gave
can
you the cheat
play.
code. So
Huh?
it's on you now. He gave you the cheat code, so it's on you now.
It's on you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
When did
all
you
that
start?
shit. Trying to be cool with your friends. Better be cool with that teacher. Tell your friends they stupid. They got a different agenda.
You get a lot of friends in high school, but more you progress in life, especially when you go to Division 1, when you go to pro level, man, is the same core friends that you had in high school. Are they still around, or is it more you closer to the people that you created relationships with in college or in high or in pros?
Nah, a lot of my high school friends still around. Shoot, I still talk to over 20 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they my boys. So some of them I knew before high school. You know, we played little league together.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them I met, like me and my boy Malachi. I told you he was the biggest freshman. I met him my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
Still rock to this day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I still got the same friends.
Mm-hmm. So high school was like the best time as far as free playing football, or do you think what level was the best time for you?
Oh, college is lit, of
College was
course.
lit. College was lit.
College
Okay.
is
Okay.
lit. You
Mm.
miss out on that, man. You crazy as hell.
So before we get to the college, I was gonna say, when did you start getting your scholarships?
Um. So yeah. So my sophomore year, I left Wilson because Wilson was not a good football program. I was just went there because I was in the magnet program. My mom put me in it, and I just
Mm-hmm.
started playing football. And I
Okay.
started wrestling that year. Um. And then the second year, I went to the second year I was at Rains High School.
Mm-hmm.
I was at Rains High School, and that that was a better football program, but things didn't work out. Coach had a different agenda, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where he wanted another guy to play over me, and me and my dad didn't agree with that.
Yeah.
He was, my dad been involved in my football career all my life, so what I'm saying, when I have decisions and stuff, I run them by him. But we went there. I had a decent season. As a 10th grader, I wrestled that year, and I went to state that year
Okay.
at
So you
that
went.
school.
Okay.
Went to state. It was me and two other guys. We was the top three. We was the big three. We was
Mm-hmm.
the heavy. I wrestled 189. My boy wrestled the 205 weight, no 215, and then my other boy, he wrestled heavyweight. All three of us was the linebackers on the football team. We
Okay.
made the state. The heavyweight, he won state. I placed that state that year, and the 215 guy, he qualified. Just he didn't place, but he made it. So you get the qualifier by your name. But
Okay.
that was pretty cool experience. Because I started off wrestling my freshman year at Wilson, and I made it to regionals as a freshman, which was pretty. And that's just one step from state. I just went off of straight sheer strength and athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
Learning the basic fundamental stuff. Then I got better. I had better wrestling coaches at Reigns for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he really got me good, and I made the state place. Um, then my junior year, I transferred from there. I transferred to First Coast High School.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So you went to three. So you went to three high schools.
I went to three high schools,
Okay. Okay.
but I had left. I transferred. I got the First Coast the end of my 10th grade year. So that spring football season going into the summer, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was starting 11th grade. I was at First Coast, and man, I had this coach there. He got a lot of guys in the D1 schools, and changed, just really coach guys up, teach them the game, and he cleaned my skill set up, man, and and all of a sudden we'll go to camps, but the only camps we did was they were college camps.
Okay.
It wasn't rivals camps or
Mm-hmm.
All America camps, top 100 camps. They were college camps, so we'll go to like Bama camp, Clemson camp. And we'll go out there all out, man, and we'll leave, and we'll leave there with offers. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And it was cool, man. It was a cool experience, and I got really good.
Explain like the biggest thing you took away from those camps. Granted, you took a scholarship away, but like as far as learning tool, and then also did it show you where you actually were as far as in like, yeah, I'm actually good because I'm playing against these people that actually, got invited to these camps, or it's not just my city, it's also the state and the world.
Yeah, I definitely, man. I felt very special in that situation. Just it was very rewarding and refreshing. Just knowing that my hard work paid off. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have no feet work when I got to First Coast, and then
Mhm.
like I get there, get my feet work clean. Now I'm getting these offers. Now I'm going on official visits,
Yeah.
unofficial visits.
Hmm.
My junior year, I'm going on unofficial visits to these schools. It's like it's crazy. You know,
Can you
it's crazy.
explain official and the difference between official and unofficial visits?
So the unofficial visits, with them visits, they grant you before you're a senior. It could be, yeah, it's usually before you're a senior. So like in those summer times and stuff like that, and spring ball.
Mhm.
Um, that's when they have the unofficial, so they'll invite you to the campus and stuff. But it's not paid for. That's the main difference.
Right.
The
Yeah.
official visit is paid for everything: your transport, your travel, your lodging, your food, your extracurricular activities, everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes coaches give you money. Sometimes coaches give your host money. The hosts are the players that already play on the team. That
Hmm.
may A lot of times they pair you with a player that plays your position. That he might be the star, depending on. Usually they pair you with the superstar if you like a top recruit.
Hmm.
Um, but if you just still just a recruit, they got guys, they got time, and hey man, show this guy a good time so we can
Yeah.
get him to commit. You
Hmm.
know, and that's how that works. But yeah, the official visits are nice because you get to take 5 of them, and you get to go all across the country wherever those visits are. And they pay
So,
for it. They
so the
bring your
viewer,
family.
the viewer listening, you get 5 official visits. You can go as many unofficial visits as you want to. Correct?
Yeah, of course.
But you
I
can
mean,
only,
but that's like invite and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Hmm.
But of course, you got to come out of pocket and you got to travel there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, they'll feed you if you go. Don't get me wrong, official. Yeah, they showing you around. It's gonna be a buffet or something. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your refreshments and you full. They ain't gonna do you dirty, but you do gotta get there.
Get there and you got to get back.
Gotta get there and get back.
Yeah.
Hopefully you local.
Hmm. How many offers do you think in total did you have in?
I had I had like 25, 24.
Okay, 25. And
Yeah.
what was your top? What was your top five?
My top five was so on signing day I had 3 hats on the table. I was committed to University of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Committed to University of Miami, but I had I also had who I had on there. Dang man, it's been so long ago. I had Miami or I had Clemson on there, and
Miami,
then I had North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I had North Carolina. I was gonna go to North Carolina. That's when they had Butch Davis there. Butch Davis was like big time coach. He coached Miami in the '80s and stuff when they was winning championships. And
Mm,
Coach Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, like he pushed them boys into the league. So that was a pretty big deal. And he already had good pool and everything. That was
mm,
my favorite. That was my best official visit to University of North Carolina.
mm.
It was that was
I was going to ask you about the
the
official. Like,
ladies.
hey, tell them is hey, you got the high school ladies, but then you got the college ladies. Way
Man,
different.
look. I came into college with a girlfriend. I ain't want to hear none of that shit. All the old heads, the OGs was telling me, telling you, y'all ain't gonna last. Man, y'all just need to go ahead and break up, man. Y'all in high school, y'all about to go to college. I ain't want to hear that. Man, I got to college, man. She went to Florida. I went to Florida State. So
Mm,
I'm in Tallahassee.
mm,
Man, these girls all over the place. They fine. They flirting with me. I didn't have no girls in high school. I didn't get girls. I was
mm,
just the athlete, and
mm,
I was cool. Everybody knew me because I was good at sports and
mm,
shit. I was like a class clown too. But
mm.
that was it. I wasn't, my team. I was living through my teammates when they had their stories about girls they were smashing or Randy train on or whatever crazy stories they got. I was living through
Mhm.
them, you know. And then I had a girlfriend, and I just got me a girlfriend. I found one chick that liked me, and she happened to
Dang, so
be
you was
one of the finest
so,
ones.
so you was ugly in
She
high
happened to be
school.
one of the prettiest ones in the
Hmm.
school, though. She
Hmm.
happened to be one of the prettiest ones in the
Okay.
school. So,
Okay.
but she ended up liking me, so I just cuffed her and I just left it at that because I ain't had no game. When I
Hmm.
got to college, man, these fine behind chicks flirting with me, coming at me like I'm thinking they drunk. They telling me how fine I am, and I'm like, okay, well,
Bet.
I might be okay after all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Explain what was your top three? Like, what was your top three or your top two visits? We could do just two. What was your top two visits?
there and I took a visit to Arkansas. I'll tell you off. So my 5 visits I took was University of Miami,
Hmm.
Arkansas, North
Hmm.
Carolina, Florida
Hmm.
State,
Hmm.
and Clemson.
Okay. In your top three. I mean, it had to be for the state because you committed there, and
Well,
then.
I pulled so on signing day, I had those 3 hats that I told you,
Hmm.
and then I pulled up, bust open my dress shirt, and I had the Florida State.
Oh,
I did
so
a Superman.
element of surprise when they had, yeah.
Yeah, I did the Superman, made the newspaper and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, that's how that went, and I chose Florida State.
Hey, some people don't experience. Some people don't get to experience the signing day, bro. Like, can you walk them through like some of the emotions and just like the lead up to it, bro?
Um, it's a lot of pressure, but I mean, when you got the help of like parents and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it helps too. But it really helps to have somebody, not really parent, but parents that know the game, or a parent that played ball before. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Not not somebody that, you know what I'm saying? They just been through life. Yeah, you played football. I was a fan for you. They don't really know that level, and they may
Yeah.
give you some advice that may not be the best. And the
So
game is so crazy and political that you got to be aware of these things. You can't just be sending your baby on to no school.
anywhere,
'Cause they go do them dirty. They
they gonna
already
make
gonna do them
that fine.
rough when they first get in there, anyways.
Yeah.
Because freshmen got to get broken in physically and mentally with the fitness and the workout training. So but as far as treatment and stuff, yeah. That's why I don't recommend no high schools go to schools where the love you get from them is iffy. Don't
Hmm.
be on. Make sure the school love and needs you, not you love and need the school,
Hmm.
because you'll get there and it'll be a worse nightmare. You see how all these kids now they're transferring like left and right. You know, we didn't have that option. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you could transfer, but not as quick of a turnover like they are now.
Yeah.
Back then when we could transfer, you had to sit out for like a whole year.
Now you can just transfer and play. It's like, man, they got
You transfer, you can't even play. You just practicing
for
for the next season.
for the scout team though. They'll get banged
Scout
up.
team going crazy.
They're going crazy. It's gonna make you better though. But damn, that whole year gonna be stressful. Long.
That's why a lot of them dudes. That's why back in our day, when them dudes when they finally got back on the field after that year sitting out, they go crazy.
They go
At
crazy.
they new school, they go crazy.
That's all they can do is get better, man. Give them like two or three things that they should look for. Granted, you kind of say that, but kind of reiterate the two or three things they should look for when they do go to these college visits to make sure, like, okay, this is the one for me.
um, like I said, man, it's really all about the love, man. The politics is gonna be the biggest obstacle you're gonna have to try to face and battle and get through on
Hmm.
this level. For real, it's all about politics. So you gotta make sure you love and want it, man. For
Yeah.
real. And you gotta also make sure that your coach is gonna be there. But I mean, it's cool now because now these kids can transfer at the
Hmm.
drop of a dime,
Hmm.
you know. But like in our days, like I would tell kids before they made this a thing, I would tell kids, hey, make sure your coach gonna be there for the next 3-4 years
Yeah.
before you go committing. All happy, selling you a dream, telling you how much he love you and stuff, and then next year he either get fired or next year he done took a higher paying job in another division. And he looking crazy, and he not finna be calling to see if you can transfer and come with him because it don't work like that, you know.
I went through that. I went through that situation. Norm Child was at University of Hawaii when I went there my junior year. When I transferred in, man, mid season got fired. I mean, so that following season, new coaching staff come in. They ain't recruit
Oh
me.
man,
They ain't recruit me. They ain't they ain't give a damn about me. So I got the short end of the stick, but I did what I could. They made the best of it. That goes to
yeah,
show,
man.
make sure your team. Well, you can transfer now, so it don't really matter now. But I mean, if you plan on
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They safe now.
yeah.
They safe
So
now.
when you got to Florida State, man, was it an easy? Like, did you adapt easy? Was it a crazy structure from high school to college?
Mm, yeah, it was pretty crazy. I did adapt. I did adapt very well though.
Mm,
My freshman year, shoot, I was out there smacking those the big boys,
mm,
the G's. I came in there because I was linebacker, so I
mm,
came in there already clapping boys like
mm,
James Wilder, all them big name guys. They like, oh, like so I had got my respect the whole like I got it early, you
mm,
know. These guys knew like, okay, he built different.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
this ain't this not your typical freshman. Like he ain't just no little boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always been rough and rugged though all my life, man.
Mm,
But I'm gentle though. I'm a gentle person though, for real, for real. I
mm,
don't really like violence and all that
mm.
beef, hostility. You know, I like good vibes, man. But you know, I just know how to diffuse them.
You ain't had to go through no hazing. You ain't had to go through no hazing period or no hazing experience.
Oh no, I told them, I told you, man. Freshman
Mm,
year, man, I
mm.
was not playing.
Okay, so the
I
people
went
that
into college. I went into college like I went into high school. My
mm.
freshman. I'm not playing none of that. I don't care. We'll be in here fighting.
So the people that ain't, you know what I'm saying, what would you say they could expect? Or what was something that you kind of seen from somebody else that was kind of like, you know,
Well, time's different now, so they not finna see half this stuff. Half
yeah,
the stuff that we probably experienced.
you're
But
right. Yeah,
everybody's so sensitive now, man.
yeah.
But man, you know, it'd be some pranks where they'll take a dude pads and hide every pads.
Was childish. Crazy.
Everybody walking into practice padded up, like ready, and you just in there,
But
you in there looking crazy with no pads, with your shorts on and flip flops.
Boy, if you don't get your pads on,
We did some crazy stuff though. We used
mm,
to have BB gun wars with
mm,
the airsoft BB guns.
mm,
We used to have BB gun wars at the complex called Legacy
mm,
Suites, but
mm,
they kicked us all out of there. The football players that lived in there, because it wasn't just football players; it was students too. And they was
mm,
nice little tutus. You feel me? Everybody had their own room, bathroom.
mm,
You feel me? It was off campus. It was cool,
mm,
but it was right by the stadium, so you could walk there.
yeah,
Um, we shot out windows. They took money. They took our bowl money and stuff. Portion of our bowl money when we had bowl games.
mm,
It was crazy, but it was fun though. Like we had one thing, like the guys staying on the first floor. They'll cut the power off and with the jammer box downstairs. We had to go.
mm,
We on the fourth floor,
mm,
so I got like three dudes. We all bought airsoft pistols because everybody just got them now. All of a
mm,
sudden, and
mm,
it all started one morning. I was going to class and getting on my scooter in James, and my dog Chris Casher. They start shooting at me out the window. He was like, "Don't move." I was like, "Man, chill, chill." So I started my scooter and I sped off. Man, he just started letting them go at me. I was like, we get our Pell Grant check, so you get a little money in the bank. So I went to the sports store and bought me some. I bought this Uzi and it held
all
two
right.
of them, and it was automatic, bro. It would go, grrr. Man.
He had
We
to
changed
switch
the
on.
game, man. We was having drive-by. Then they would do drive-bys and stuff. One of Mario Edwards, his car got shot up.
Mm,
He was mad at us for shooting at him. But he's like, bro, you try to do a drive by, bro. You let the other Mario do a drive by in your car, bro. He got dents all in his side view mirror. And
And remember, this is BB guns for the viewers. Though this is BB guns. This is a little
these are
airsoft.
BB guns.
Yeah,
We
this
were
ain't
out of
no real.
control. We were wilding though.
Yeah.
But Jimbo, they eventually like people would call the police. Man, police would be there every other night. But we'll go run back to our apartments and cut all the lights out. Can't nobody figure out where all the shooting coming from.
Mm,
Be crazy.
yeah.
But,
The high school environment, as far as playing, then the college environment, bro. Like Florida State, especially a first home game or a rival game. Like, how was that experience, man? Like the atmosphere got to be turned up.
man,
So,
that atmosphere is crazy. It really is, brother. Running through that tunnel in front of 85,000 people, bro.
mm,
That's not different, bro. Especially when you know you finna play. It's not different.
you know you finna play. You
It's
gotta
not different.
hey, for the viewers. If you know you finna play, you
You
about
know
to
you
see
play.
the
It's snap. Talking
line.
about you talking about a 50, 60 snap game here.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And this packed house, you can't hear. We used to practice before games like that. Those packed house games,
mm,
practice with the speakers on in the indoor
mm,
and blast them loud like it's fans in the stands with the
mm,
jumbo speakers, and we'll make sure we practice communicating through all that
mm,
noise, for that game that week. Especially like we played like Florida or Clemson or Miami.
mm.
Games be crazy.
What year in college did you know, like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely NFL bound?
Shoot, man. I mean, I always felt that way from the day I stepped in there, but like really after like that, my sophomore year when we won the championship,
Mm-hmm.
um, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely finna do this, cause like, I think I was like six in tackles on the team, but I was coming off the bench. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I was second team. I was coming off the bench, but I come off the bench and fuck around and lead the team in tackles for that game.
Hey,
And
that's that's
significant
nothing but
snaps.
hunger. That's nothing but hunger.
And
That's
they was
nothing but.
trying to finesse me then too. I'm keep it real
Mm-hmm.
with you. I ain't had no real loyalty as far as coaching, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a situation where, you know, they would try to hold me back, but they couldn't ever do it because just too
You
I'm too
like that?
resilient. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They can't stop me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's just how it was.
Mm-hmm. And
How it was, man.
that's an instance where he controlled what he controlled and made sure he made every opportunity he had, count. I mean, don't count the opportunities, make the opportunities count. That's the message behind that right there. Feel me? So
Gotta make them count.
yeah. So next, I was gonna say, man, I want to ship. You played with a lot of big name people, man, and your school is already on a big stage. How do you bring light to yourself? How do you bring light to yourself if your whole team good, defense, offense?
Well, I got a different kind of energy, man, that nobody else got, and that's how I stood out, amongst all those greats.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn up after I make plays. It's not really about the turn up after plays, just the energy from it. Like you can really like people see when I play with passion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you feel that shit when you see it on TV and you see me going crazy on the field after the play is over. Like you just feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Electric. So it's just like it's different. It ain't nothing. It's different from what everybody else doing. Or,
Mm-hmm.
what somebody else can give you.
Yeah.
Me. So that's how I was able to do it. I was always hungry. And like I bring something to the game that ain't nobody else got. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I got skill sets that, our starting linebackers didn't have, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, I'm young. I gotta play my role. I got you know what I'm saying? And you know, they still was, better than me in the sense of just the game and their knowledge and stuff. So, I was just playing my role.
Mm-hmm.
But then they did have a yeah, bro. I was just playing my role for real, brother.
So now it's time to go to the league, man. How did you go about getting your agent? Did they find you? What's the lead up? And then what should people look for in an agent when when that time comes?
Um, they should look for somebody who got connections, somebody who really connected. Not the big time top brand agent who, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
got all the players and stuff. Because you gotta understand too, this agent stuff is real simple. It's not they. If you already the top recruit, you already good. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? All they gotta do is just negotiate your contract, and that's just some little legal stuff that you gotta be certified to be able to do for a
Mm-hmm.
player.
Mm-hmm.
All the work is done. You already got the hype. The hype train is already. That's all they need to make their money. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? You want a guy that's gonna work for you. You know, and he understands that. Okay, you may not be a top. You may not be a top draft prospect,
Yeah.
but you might be a mid tier or whatever they got you. He gonna do
Mm-hmm.
everything he can to make sure he gets you opportunity. A lot of good signs be those guys, those agents that have those guys that not really named.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like no name guys that you don't even know, but they just in the league. You know,
Yeah.
never heard of this guy day in your life, but hey, he's a client and he in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
See
Mm-hmm.
another guy in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
Got another client. He in the league right now. Never
Mm-hmm.
heard of these guys a day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Probably never will. Probably, they may not even be assets to their teams, but it don't
Mm-hmm.
matter. It's all about getting in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somehow that agent was able to make some shit shake. Make some magic happen. Maybe got some favors in the office. It's all politics. But that's the stuff that the mid tier and the lower tier guys will have to face.
Right.
And deal with, and it can be a bitch sometimes, and it's not fair. It never is. Some make it through, some don't. You know, but it's worth the try. You
Making
ain't
it.
gonna make. You're not gonna make that much money working for nobody. You're not gonna make that much money in that short period of time working for nobody else.
At
So
all.
why not? Why not? Try to
Yeah,
give
dog.
it all you got until what I'm saying it's time to call it quits and reroute your reshift your mind and what you need to do in life.
You played at high school, you played college, you played Pee Wee, you played pro, you played in pretty much all pro arenas. Which level do you feel like you was more free minded? It wasn't really no mental battles. Like, what I'm saying? It was just like playing, man. This is love for the love of the game.
Oh yeah, shoot! Since that AAF league started,
Mm-hmm.
AAF to XFL to USFL,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's just been for me now. It's like I feel like a sensei at the linebacker position. So it's just, you feel me? Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Every game not perfect. I make mistakes too, but we
Mm-hmm.
all do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for the most part, I got a pretty clean game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's always things that I can improve on.
Mm-hmm.
I always look to improve on things that I know I need to improve on. So,
Right.
that'd be my main focus.
How did you get into the MMA? I mean, I know you had a wrestling background.
Shoot, I always wanted to do that. Just to give it a try, man, and see. I feel like I could be good at it, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, I don't see what the big threat would be. You know, I deal with 350-pound guys every snap. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Trying
Yeah.
to take my head off and block. So
Mm-hmm.
I get to fight a dude one on one. I ain't got to depend on no teammates or nobody. And he the same size as me allegedly. I'm gonna kill this dude. All I gotta do is train and learn my technique. Make sure my technique on point because that is very important. Don't
Mm-hmm.
get me wrong, but I know me. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
already knew some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned quick, and
Mm-hmm.
I used the ability that I gained from football, being able to learn technique and apply it on the field, just like the coaches ask of us, because our
Mm-hmm.
jobs depend on it. I just
Yeah.
apply that to the fight game, and that's how you know what I'm saying. I'm finding success so far, and early on, um, I just try to stay on track and focus on the things that I need to focus on and clean up on, and try to get as better as I can every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I go about it.
What's the end game? Like what's the end goal? Of course.
Be one of the greatest athletes to walk the planet, really, and leave
Mm-hmm.
a legacy for my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's really my main goal. I do this for my family, for real. My
Mm-hmm.
name, you know what I'm saying, that last name. That's
Yeah.
what I do it for. You know, I don't do it for my ego or no shit like that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Um, yeah, bruh. I can play, two sport athlete. Ain't nobody doing the pro football and the fighting at the same time, bro. Ain't nobody
Right.
doing that. You know,
Yeah.
Herschel Walker did it, but he had retired from football and then he did it.
Mm-hmm.
And he retired from that right quick, which is
Mm-hmm.
smart of him. I mean, he was 40 something when he did it too. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still young in the fight game. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Niggas really hit they prime in the fight game and they like 30, 33. You know what I'm saying? 34,
Mm-hmm.
mid 30s. So, man, it's another lane that a door I've opened up for myself
Mm-hmm.
that can be very profitable in the future. Um, in that, and I'll do football just for the love of it. But I would love to, get in that XFL league. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy,
Mm-hmm.
get the recognition, meet Mr. Dwayne Johnson, meet The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like Politic Network with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so
And what was the difference? What's the difference in the leagues, though, for people that don't know, or they do know but just haven't played in it to kind of really know the difference? What's the difference between the NFL and the USFL or the XFL?
ain't no different. They got little tiny rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's no
Really
different,
just
man.
football, just
All
football.
these coaches, all these coaches are NFL coaches or
Mm-hmm.
former NFL coaches,
Mm-hmm.
or one call away from being a coach now.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? It's just a rotation of jobs. That's all they do is always just shifting jobs.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got NFL coaching. All the players, very seldom you got guys that don't have much pro experience.
Mm-hmm.
Very small percentage. Everybody in that group though done been in an NFL camp or played on the NFL team. Hell, you might even get lucky. We've had even some guys that won Super Bowls already. You know what I'm saying? So
I know you said
it's
something earlier. You said something earlier that people really don't. Certain people, you really don't need an agent to get in some of these leagues, right?
I mean, I don't want to mislead nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a politic thing. I'm kind of up there. I'm finally in a position in politics now
Mm-hmm.
where I can, what I'm saying, can move a certain way, or what I'm saying, I can look forward to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had to climb my way up. I had to make that path for myself. I
Right, right.
did that by the work that I put in these leagues that I played in. Unfortunately, two of them came short, got cut short. But
Mm-hmm.
you feel me? I did my thing. I left my mark. So
Mm-hmm.
my face good. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, the NFL may not pick me up, but I'm still in that, this second tier pro league. I'm still on that board.
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm saying? As a prospect, and I'm pretty high. When I
right.
was in AAF, I was in the top 25 players in the league, and that's
Mm-hmm.
across all positions.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
like that. That was a soft flex. That was a soft flex, and that was legit though.
I
So
mean, I mean, shoot, this past season, I'm top
make sure
five
y'all make sure
tacklers in
they
the league.
understand.
Top five tacklers in the league, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, shit. I did 22, nigga. I fought in January and then played the whole season. Then I got another fight coming up soon in December. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be my real pro debut. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
on UFC Fight Pass. I'll update you on the info too, and I get more. But yeah, man. So I keep going, bro.
Yeah. Something that you would want to leave for the viewers, as far as a message. Like, what's a message that you want to leave for them before we kind of conclude everything, man?
Um, man, don't look too far into the future, man, because that it causes anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It drive you crazy,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you got worries and stuff about certain things or situations going on in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Just focus on the now. Take
Mm-hmm.
it a day at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one thing I've been working on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
don't get too ahead of yourself. Make sure you live in the moment and embrace the journey, embrace the now.
Yeah.
Next, I was gonna say, man, kind of plug yourself in, man, for the viewers that do know you and don't know you, that don't follow you and need to follow you. You know what I mean? Plug what you got going on, merch, all that.
Oh yeah, man. I got some stuff coming soon, man. Ain't got nothing going right now. I've just been training, man. Focus on the training and the
Yeah,
grind, and you know what I'm saying. Just getting situated with the fight game right now. But I will have some stuff going on soon. I'll be sure to update y'all for sure.
yeah. What's the Instagram? What's the IG?
Oh yeah, Instagram official Reggie Northrup _2 or
So
underscore LL. You know, so yeah, y'all go follow me.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you coming out, man, giving game for the youth and for myself, man, and just any viewer that's on here. Appreciate you taking out the time, man. Very cherishable moment. No, man, you my brother, man. Appreciate it.
you
Love you.
already know.
I know you
You
want
already know you my dog, man.
I know you destined for great things, man. But
Yeah,
yeah, man,
man.
that's it. That's it for tonight, man. We're gonna conclude the conversation, man. We out.
Tap in. Yeah, yeah, you gotta tap in. Yeah, yeah, you gotta tap in. Yeah.